Dominating defenses is just what this man Derrick does. Coming off a 2,000, yes, you heard that right, 2,000-yard season, where he obliterated every being in his path, the NFL's crowned king has, believe it or not, somehow improved his game. On pace to break the single-season rushing record and amass a ridiculous 24 touchdowns, Derrick Henry has a strong claim to be the most valuable player in the NFL right now. There are three main ways that Derrick Henry gets the ball. First is the outside zone. Up front, the line is of course running a zone blocking scheme, with each blocker responsible for the gap to the play side. Here, the Titans are running left, so each blocker will block one gap to their left. They can leave the end unblocked as he's responsible for the cutback and doesn't have the speed to chase Henry down the line. 97 tries to jump through the B gap, which makes him the guard's responsibility and frees up Lewan to get to the second level. Henry is taught to angle his dive at the outside shoulder of the edge blocker, trying to get the run wide and down the sideline. He's taught to read the gaps from front to backside, hitting the first open hole. The blocking here is excellent, and Henry rumbles for the first down. Running the outside zone with Henry is just lethal. He's so quick to accelerate that if you let him get to the edge, he's either sprinting down the sideline to the crib or sending your DB into a different dimension. This play is extra effective to the weak side, where there's generally less bodies to slow Henry down. The Bills have their linebackers up expecting the dive, which gives the Titans the perfect angles on the zone. Henry reads the opening, cutting through the A-gap untouched, and there isn't a safety in the league stopping him with this momentum. The Titans love to run this with the fullback too. The blocking up front remains the same, with the fullback following the same instructions as the running back. Aim at the outside shoulder of the edge man, then hit the first available hole reading front to back. Derrick follows his lead blocker, then makes a cutoff that, smashing into two defenders for a gain of 5. His speed and bowling ball-like ability means teams have to have multiple players to take him down, forcing defenses to over-pursue to have any chance of stopping him. And this leaves huge cutback opportunities. Here against the Bills, the Titans are again running the outside zone. And keep your eyes on Edmonds and Milano. Both read the play immediately and fly right, trying to stop Henry from being able to get to the edge. However, this opens up the cutback and Henry sticks his foot in the turf to find it. The rookie Rizzo completely misjudges how fast Henry is and is way out of the play, leaving Henry one-on-one with the safety. Derrick makes a couple of moves to square him up and then runs straight through Micah Hyde. Outside zone to the weak side this time, and another fantastic cutback. The end does a great job of setting the edge, but Henry does an even better job of reading the play. Seeing the backside C-gap has opened up, cutting back through the heart of the defense and running through two defenders for the touchdown. The second main way that Henry gets the ball is on the toss play. There are some variations in the way that they run this, but they all serve the same purpose, getting Henry to the edge running at full speed. Here, they're running the crack toss. The toss goes right with the two receivers on the play side cracking back into the defense, as Henry follows his pulling tight end and tackle wide. Watch how the crack motion forces the DB to come infield and take himself out of the play. 21 reads this pretty well, but he can't get off Frisker's block, and Henry follows his tackle, cutting off his back and juking out the DB. Same play again here, and look how quickly it gets Henry to the edge, allowing him to attack the second level and dismiss a DB for the first down. They love to run the outside zone with the toss. The blocking scheme is identical to what we looked at before, only this time Henry can hit the line with even more speed. The third way that Henry gets the ball is, funny enough, the most basic of them all, the straight dive play. When you have a battering ram that nobody can stop, you don't need to get too fancy. Just get a lid on a lid and let Henry bulldoze through everybody. No gap assignments needed here. Everyone's just gonna get up on their man and win their fight. Henry initially looks to be going through the C gap, but makes a wise cutback through the A gap pinballing off the defensive tackle before running over another safety. Here, Henry displays fantastic vision and patience. The Titans again are running a straight dive play, but it's all plugged up, so Henry keeps his feet moving, searching for the open gap, finding it on the backside of the play and squeezing through for positive yardage. And once more against the Bills, same dive right play, and again the Bills think they're ready for it, clogging the interior. Henry makes two nice cuts to snake through the D-gap, bounces off Jordan Poyer, then hits the turbo button, sprinting past everybody for the score. Derrick Henry has somehow gotten even better. After dominating the league for 2 straight years, it's remarkable that a back-to-back rushing champion can still improve. But his game really has. This year, his foot speed and quick twitch moves have gotten even faster. Now, he always had very quick feet for a 250-pound behemoth, but now they're otherworldly. Outside zone like we've been looking at all video, but this time the tight end is going to get driven into the backfield. Watch as Henry makes a quick cut to avoid this, and then a quick 1-2 to avoid 94, finding a small crease backside, and then lowers his shoulders for more yards. This time, they're running something we haven't looked at, power out of the shotgun. The run is designed for Henry to follow his pulling guard, but Henry shows great vision reading that Nate Davis has gone too wide and is now faced with Edmonds one-on-one in the hole. The King could make him miss inside a phone booth, leaving Edmonds flat on his face. The run doesn't go for much, but I mean damn, what a move. Another advancement in his game has been his first level vision. He already had arguably the best second level vision in the league, but in the past he would occasionally miss a cutback line or not stick with a stretch play long enough. This season, his vision around the line of scrimmage has been second to none. Look at his vision here to press the edge on the stretch play and not hit the first hole he sees. He keeps pressing that edge, forcing Mosley to have to pursue wide, opening up the cutback for Henry. He immediately puts his foot in the ground and cuts back outside to follow his blocker, cutting off his shoulder at the perfect time too, before finally being cut down after a gain of 16. And he's learnt when the correct time to bounce these are too. If they're going to sell out to stop the straight dive, it's okay to bounce this early, and Henry has the Jets to get to the edge, making the Jets pay for playing narrow. The third area that Derrick has seen an upgrade in is his catching ability. Second on the team in catches so far, Henry's hands have become noticeably improved, allowing him to be a more effective safety valve in traditional dropbacks, and an even more destructive threat in the screen game. I mean, imagine having to tackle this dude. We also approve of this swing screen, just another way of getting Henry at speed with the ball. The way teams are playing Henry on tape is like no one else in the league. The boxes are continuously stacked, and a lot of the time, it doesn't even seem to matter. Teams are throwing 9 or 10 NFL level athletes at him, and he just plows straight through them, and then outruns the rest. There's no other player in the league who demands this much attention. To have a chance at stopping him, you must slow down his momentum. This means jumping the gap and forcing him to stall or hesitate in the backfield. If you can't do this consistently, you're gonna lose. There are a lot of detractors who believe the running game is nothing more than an inefficient waste of a down, but the game isn't played in Microsoft Excel, and the analytics fail to capture something here. Football is a violent and physical sport. You run the ball because if the defense can't stop you, then you can keep punching them straight in the mouth. And in this physical sports violent world, Derrick Henry is the damn heavyweight champion. You don't need to create a mismatch for Derrick Henry, because this man is the mismatch. The Titans are riding the Henry train once again, and it's not stopping until they get to the playoffs. Now, with the receiving firepower to actually play from behind, the Titans' offense is rounding itself into one of the most potent attacks in the league. Come playoff time, when the conditions get much colder and the game gets a lot more physical, Henry is only going to be that much more difficult to stop. So watch out, AFC, because Derrick Henry's coming for that MVP. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button. And if you have a need for more football content, why not check out our latest videos on Jamar Chase or the unstoppable Cowboys offense.